You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Alright. Welcome to Goof On Radio stream. Number 119? Is it 119? Already I don't even know who I am. 117. Doesn't matter. Here we are, Friday night, July 26, 2019. We're streaming live on kingdomofnightradio.com. Again, that's kingdomofnightradio.com. You could actually listen over there pretty much uninterrupted unless the computer freezes. I think we're going to be okay tonight. I just have a feeling. But if not, now I'm having a hard time seeing the chat room. OBS did another update, so I'm not seeing things like I normally would. But it went back, it looks like it went back to the old version. And I have a good feeling, so I have my phone open just to keep an eye on the chat room. But remember, I'm going to be 30 seconds behind, so forget me. Just know that it'll probably go back to the old way once we get kicked off and I have to reboot. But Pat Walker, Texas Ranger, Nathan Nitsky, Baker, and Will McBride. They are the moderators in the chat room. They'll tell you what to do, where to go, and where the exits are and all that stuff. So, I hope you had a good week. We did reach the weekend. I'm very excited. I needed these 2 days. I'm working hard and I'm loving it. I still miss my dog. And it sucks on the weekends for me. So, I've got things planned. So, it may make some good videos up. Hold on. Turn the phone off here because I can hear me talking and I thought I turned it off. So tonight you get 5 hours of Little Richie G. I'm going over to Spaced Out Radio right after we're done here at the top at 9 o'clock. And we're going to do the 3-hour Spaced Out Radio Roundtable show. Now, I don't want to tell you who everybody else is, but me and Dave and this guy William, so far I think that's it. I honestly feel that if and it's been proven already, and I'm very upset by it. I didn't talk to Dave and tell him I'm upset. I'm just going to tell you, I'm upset because I didn't do last week's roundtable show or last month's, whatever. And there were people who were there that I thought would someday share the roundtable with me, but it's obvious they just can't do that. Either they don't like me, don't want to be on the same center stage roundtable with me. So I just want to say, fuck you, you piece of shit. You can't even put your differences aside just to make a show great. That's what I hate about people, man. They're fuck you. You don't even know shit anyway. I can't say that about Cogswell, but the other POS, screw you. Tired of holding this shit back, because it's true. Every time I'm on, they're not on. It's so obvious. I just hate that little girl shit. That's all it is. Little girls in ufology. Little babies. If I had a fight with somebody or I didn't like somebody and I had and I've done it before, share a stage with Jeff Woolwine. You know what that was like? We were on the same TV show together. Frickin' jerk off. How do you think that my dad, he goes, this guy's into what you're doing? I go, yeah, but he's faking shit. He goes, he looks like that dead thing on HBO. I go, the Crypt Keeper. Yeah, the crazy screaming lady who comes out of the coffin. I go, that's Jeff Woolwine. I can't believe you got to be on the same show with him. I know. Well, everything just went out on my end. I am going to reset, not at KONR, but I'm going to reset. It's going to only be 30 seconds. So hang tight for those of you on YouTube, Restream, Facebook. Everything's working except for YouTube. And I didn't get the link set up for Periscope like a dick. I forgot. I'll be right back. Exactly what I said. Now I get the chat room. Now we're back. Now everything's normal. Didn't I tell you? I knew something was wrong with it. The chat room wasn't showing up. I'm so done with, I was just saying to kingdomofnightradio.com that I'm so done. But I'm going to get a business internet connection, which means they guarantee no interruptions, none of this stuff. You pay a little bit more, but you won't lose your connection. You get your dedicated server. So I'm doing that next paycheck, next week. Yeah. That's a foot pain. So as I was saying before we were rudely disconnected, I just, I put my differences aside for the good of the show. Nothing's bigger than me. Never had that attitude. That's what I love about me. I could have a fight with somebody and share the stage with you and act like everything's good. Because deep down, I hate you. Coffee tonight, no nos. Yeah. I didn't want to stop off. I wanted to get home. I was going to eat when I didn't even eat. I came home and I got right to work on the show. Speaking of which, tonight's show I like. I like tonight's show. Because I want to get your opinion on this. Like, I did a study case, and I was into the paranormal when I was in college. And I took acting classes and It was called Introduction to Motion Picture. Introduction was one of them. And another one was just, like drama, whatever they call it. Introduction to Acting. All that stuff. And one of them was about people with gifts. And I said, isn't it more paranormal than having a gift? Couldn't it be? So my teacher goes, why don't you do a study on that? And see if you can find people that are gifted. Like there's people who can play the piano so amazing. They don't even know how to read music, but they have this gift. Some people wake up and they're geniuses. Some people get in a car accident and they wake up with the gift. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Something like that. So I was thinking just today, man, that study was real interesting that we did, me and my partner, Todd, who was a friend of mine. We just took the same classes because we both wanted to be actors. And his mom worked in a hospital. My parents owned a business. So we were just talking to people wherever we had connections to get with large crowds. And we're asking people, are you gifted? Do you have a gift? And we found out that it seems like, now we did this based off 1,000 people. We got their zip codes. We, plotted out the map on the wall. Back then we didn't have the internet. This was 1988. And I know I've been to paranormal my whole life. And we found out that seems to be an equidistant space between people that have gifts. It was weird. And I go, what do you see when you look at these needles, these pins in the map? And he said it instantly. He goes, they're all evenly spaced out. I go, that's weird. I mean, they were off a little bit, but they looked like it was an evenly spaced out map of people. Now, we didn't get everybody in between, and I'm sure it probably would have been smudged a little bit more, but it was kind of weird. And now, I don't know if that means something. And I was thinking about that, because if we poll the audience here, how many people have a real gift? Like, I think God of Thunder or Gutter Gawker, I think it was asking me, Gutter Gawker, that's who it was, in Twitter. He's like, what is your gift? And I thought I knew it. I thought it was athletics, but I'm good at baseball. I was really good back then, but I wasn't the best, but I was very good at hitting. But does that mean it's a gift? No, is that talent? I think that's just talent. My father was a good ball player. My uncles were good ball players. Their father were good. So I'm talking like people who can remember things their whole life. There's 6 or 7, maybe 8 people on the planet that could remember everything. They could remember being born, something like that, or right after. They could remember things you're not supposed to remember. It's a cool kind of gift to have. And then you find out there are these kids that can play the piano, like 6-year-olds who can play Beethoven. Gift. That's the gift. I'm not talking, Mike can speak 6 languages. Now, if Mike can speak every language on the planet, that's a gift. So I don't know. Does anybody have a gift that, like, they can let us know about? Yeah, I know I'm looking in the chat room, and that's true. Chuck says men lose a lot after 50. Frickin' A, is it? It's actually 40. I noticed that things started breaking down right at 40. Yeah. And at 50, when you're 40, you start breaking down. When you're 50, the pain doesn't go away. So I I've been watching what my dad's been going through, because he and I seem to have the same exact things that go wrong. Like the things that are wrong with him are starting to become wrong with me. And as far as my mother's side, I kind of have her looks, and her kind of attitude. I got my dad's meat and bones, and I got the personality and everything from my mother. That kind of stuff. And I feel like the brain part, I got my dad. I'm not just saying this. I mean, supposedly he's got a genius IQ, like over 150. I don't know if it's true, but IQ tests are really unreliable. But if we're going to say something just for the sake of saying it, well, I don't want to do that. But the IQ test has been, I guess, a form of, what? It's how you rate somebody. Not the Worcestershire. That's sauce. Rorschach test. That's cool. I like the Rorschach test. I always see vagina. I don't know why. Don't you see a butterfly, Rich? Nope. Vagina. What do you see of this one? And it's a square. Vagina. How do you get a vagina out of a square? Well, you got the legs and hands, doing this, forming a square. Yeah, when you're younger, you think sexual thoughts. When you get older, you think, I can build something. That's why when guys get older, they're always building shit, fixing shit. Sex is done. Now, I mean, I can go out and meet somebody and, wouldn't be an issue. But, the older you get, the more you stay away from it. The easier it is. I think if men didn't have to think about sex half of the time, we could solve all the world's problems in a minute. I'm just saying. But I don't know. Does anybody here have a gift? Is anybody like a horse whisperer? How many times has this mess dropped today? Well, it didn't. That wasn't a real drop, chimps. It wasn't a real drop. That was half a drop. I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, the Rorschach test is the ink spots. Or you can throw paint on a wall. Yeah, the little blue pills. I've never tried them. I don't think I need them, but I want to try them. True. This stream does need a blue pill. No doubt about it. But is it possible that people who have gifts, like you talk about these people who get head injuries in car accidents and they wake up with the French accent and they learn how to read, write, and sing in French. Maybe it's an alien implant. Maybe that's how they saved your life. By giving you what was taken away. It's really weird. That's a gift to me. I know a guy. His name's Bob. Last name Anderson. He got in a car accident when he was 29 years old or something like that. 5 days later, he wakes up. He was in a coma for 5 days. Spends 2 months in the hospital. And as he's at the hospital, he would go down to the cafeteria where they had a piano. They would have some lady who would come in and play the piano during the week sometimes. It's just what happens in Arizona. I don't know why, but that's what they do. Anyway, he sat down at the piano and started playing. Never took a lesson in his life. He said he was able to think of what he wanted to play and start playing it, and knew where the keys were, knew everything about a piano. That's weird. And we had him prove it. I mean, it's a real story. It's a real guy. That stuff is real. And let's hope Renee's listening, because Renee, according to Pat, you were accidentally put into timeout for 5 minutes. So if you are listening, come back. I mean, I got unfriended on Facebook. She unsubscribed to the channel. And I'm frozen. I'm frozen. I have to. What are you guys seeing? Let me just turn on the freaking phone. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm sorry. It's really hard to stay motivated every fucking show. It's still working, right? Something weird going on. What is it working? I'm sorry. It's really it's acting weird. You know, Chimp, I think you're right. Guys, 30 seconds. I gotta clear the air. Everything's good on your side? Alright, let me see something. Not on my side. I can't do the show if I can't see anything. I know, you can see and hear me, but I can't see or hear me. And I need to see where everything is, and it's not going to be good if I can't see. I'll keep trying, see if I can do this. Let me turn this off. All right, so you're on the show intro page. See, that's the thing. I got to make sure I'm on the right page. Okay, it's 100% me. I'm on my phone too. Fucking show. It's still working, right? Something weird going on. Intro page. I got to make sure I'm on my phone too. Yeah, now it's frozen. Now it's frozen. It's frozen now. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hey, everybody, it's only a 30-second thing. Stay in the chat rooms. I'll be right back. I have no choice. ONR Radio. KingdomofNightradio.com has the strongest streams in the business. Nobody has a stream that strong. You can knock over buildings with that stream. You could knock people over, put a hole through a head with those streams. So, what if it's an alien implant? Could it be? That little study we did was really weird. People weren't that far apart either. They were only a quarter a mile apart. Quarter to a half a mile is what we found out. I mean, we used the map and pinned everybody. It was really, really weird. It was like a tight-knit, everybody lived in the area. I guess that could just be random chance too, but the way that we did that little study was rather interesting. Does anybody know anybody who has a gift like that? Like Marilu Henner? That chick, the redheaded girl who never wore a bra on Taxi? I played it on the show before. She remembers everything. Yeah. That's really crazy. I'm going to pull it up. I want you to believe me. I don't care. Here it is. Marilu Henner Memory. Oh, Memory. Oh, it's 60 minutes in Australia. They're going to cut me off. Queen Latifah has a show? Here we go. I guess late night? Nope, I can't do that. The Today Show? No. CBS? No. How did I do this before and get away with it? CNN? How to Triple Your Memory, TED Talks, Marilu. Maybe this one. I don't know. Let's see. Nope. Can't do it. I'm on live. I can't do it. It'll cut me off. They'll cut me off. Yeah, if I did the show and I recorded it, and then put this clip in, that's okay. But you can't play this shit during a live stream. Yeah, you know, we got to get rid of YouTube, don't we? I really don't like it anymore. Look, I'm never going to make money on it anyway, so it's not like I really need it. It's just easy. Everybody knows it. You know what I mean? Everybody knows your name. Hold on, this microphone is all over the place. She knows, right? If you tell her to read a book, okay, and she has to have looked at it. She can't remember something she didn't see. Like if you tell her to look at a book but don't look at page, 100, she won't remember it. She has to look at it. So if you tell her to read a book, look at all the pages, and then, the next day ask her, what's the fourth sentence down from the top on page 190? She'll know it. You know? That's just bizarre to me. That's a gift. That could also be a curse. You know why she said it's a curse in a way? Because not only is her memory fantastic, but she remembers what it feels like. Remembering a funeral she just went to. Then 10 years later, she remembers it. It was like it just happened. That's the only thing. Hold on, I got to get a drink. Cottonmouth. Don't know why. Oh, coffee. Yep, spilled it. It's okay. It's coffee. It'll come right out with the blood. Gosh. Anyway, I thought it was interesting to talk about, but I guess not. Can I play the sound? Let's see if I just play the sound if we get dinged. Huh? What do you say? Let's try it. I'm going to do it. I don't care. Take me down. I don't care. Here we go. Marilu Henner's superior autobiographical memory. Go. Oh. And I got new glasses. I mean, these are the I don't even feel like I'm wearing them. They're super expensive, and I got them for almost nothing. 'Cause they're fake. No, they're not. And I'd rather not tell you what type they are, but they start with an R, and they're from French. Here we go.
In this morning's Health Watch, superior autobiographical memory. That's what scientists are calling an extremely rare phenomenon in which people can recall nearly every day of their lives in extraordinary detail. Only 6 people in the world have been confirmed to have this kind of ability so far, and one of them is actress Marilu Henner. She and the others were profiled last night on 60 Minutes.
Like these shoes, I wore them the first time I wore them October 18th, 2007. These I wore on April the 21st of this year, so that was a Tuesday. These shoes I got a long time ago, 1982. I got them on April the 9th, so that was a Friday of 1982.
Very cute shoes in her closet. Marilu Henner. Great.
That was her, just so you know.
I'm so glad you showed that clip because we shot this last year. And so when I said April 21st, it was a Tuesday. That was of 2009 because April 21st, 2010 was a Wednesday, just to make the whole thing clear.
But
it's taken a while.
Us a glimpse into how all of this stuff works because you're saying Tuesday and Wednesday and last year. I mean, explain for those of us who are new to all of this.
You know, it's so funny. It's so incredible because I've always had a great memory. You know, people always tease me about it for years, and it was always kind of my thing. And I remember being a little girl and being able to say, what did I do a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a year ago? And as I grew up, you know, it was like, oh, well, what did I do when I was exactly my brother's age, my younger brother's age, you know, and I would just remember things. And so it was this kind of skill that I developed, but I liked doing it as well. You know, so I think it was a real combination of nature and nurture. I mean, they explained last night, which was the first time I heard it, that we had a certain area of our brains that's larger than most people's. But I know that it's also been a muscle that I've exercised, you know, muscle.
You've used it. You've actually consciously used it.
Yes, and so what happens is some of the people, because even among the 6 of us, there are differences. A lot of the people described, although you probably didn't see it last night.
Oh, I did.
No, you didn't see them talk about this, how people visualize it. A lot of the people visualize it sort of in a calendar way, like calendar pages. For me, the closest thing to it is kind of like selected scenes on a DVD. You know when you see that? Okay, so if you name a year, all of a sudden the entire year sort of like lays itself out in chronological order, and each day is a different selected scene, and some of...
That's not fair, man. I know my cup is huge. That's why I turned it forward so you can see how big it was. That is not fair to have a memory like that. I would die to have memory like that. I'd die anyway.
Some of them are more vivid than others, but I can go to each
So
day
cool.
and it sort of comes up.
Do you know, mind if we try it?
Give me a year.
I'm really curious. Okay, so...
But give me a good year.
You're going to try it. We can't see the DVD selection pop up. She just told us about it. Go ahead, give me a date and a year. Like, we can see it. God, people are so dumb.
Don't pick a year I was getting a divorce.
Okay, well, I honestly can't tell you exactly, but let's say 1975.
Okay.
Oh, that was the good year.
1975.
Taxi.
All right, so 1975,
I was on
which
Taxi.
was a while ago. Okay, so I start to see, like, the whole year sort of lays itself out. And I go, okay, well, let's say my birthday was on a Sunday that year. That was April 6th. And Christmas was on a Thursday that year. And Thanksgiving was on, the... 27th that year, and you know, so it starts to come in. My first date with a boyfriend was August the 12th. You know, it's like it starts to go like that. So I start to fill in different days in that year, you know, and different events. And I started on the Broadway show Grease. You know, I mean, I could go through my entire year for you if you want, but you know, that would be boring.
It's really incredible what you're doing here, and it's almost like when I watch you here on set, it's almost like you're visualizing it, like you're not seeing me in front of you. Instead, you're seeing these days.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So, you know, it is. And I'm back there. It's like time travel. I'm back looking through my eyes. Like I see what I was wearing the date of that first date that I randomly pulled out. It was a Tuesday. But I pulled it out and I know exactly what I was wearing and where.
You want to see what she looks like in action telling this story? It's freaking awesome. Ready? Go. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, 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 teensy, tiny, itsy bitsy. Not as funny, not as funny as Richie. Anyway, pretty cool. Rich, just say no. I volunteer with the man that has photographed memory. It's very odd what he can call back. Yes, that is cool. Those people with these memories, I just dig it. But you can't win an argument only if you're right. Imagine if you're wrong, they'll never forget it. You know? It's like, how can you say, no, you're wrong? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right. But they could lie to you and you still wouldn't know. See, that's the thing. That's the problem she did. She did. That's the problem she should have avoided. She shouldn't have told anybody about it. Can you imagine? That's why some things are better left unsaid. I guess, you know, when there's only 5 people and you're 6 people and you're one of them in the world, I guess you want somebody to know about it because maybe you can't live with it. It could be too much. I mean, we're not really supposed to, are we? Maybe we are. Maybe we are supposed to remember everything and it's turned off. See, this is what people talk about. You know what I mean? This is what's popular right now. Like everybody's saying this is the time It's this, I don't remember, what is it called? We're in a transition, but it's not transition. It's a change, and I don't remember what that's called. But they're saying that, we're all going to be thinking together. We're all going to be able to understand. It's another way of, it's another sense that we're going to have. Like, we'll be all empathetic and read each other's minds or feel their thoughts. One of those things that's happening. There's a lot of UFOs out there, man. People are seeing them. Maybe there are abductions out there. Why not? Well, I want to tell you why it's probably true. Ascension. Perfect. Will McBride. Ascension, but that's not the word I'm looking for. It's another one. It's very close. Very close. PBR, I segued when I read your 321. That's why I did what I did when I said UFOs. But why? These are weird anomalies. Yes, we don't understand the brain 100%. Yes, we don't understand aliens, and I don't think we understand them at all. I have a very hard problem with people who say that they talk to aliens. And it's funny, the aliens have been saying the same thing. Nothing's changed. Maybe a little variations on it, but isn't it always the same story? You gotta get rid of the nukes and blow yourselves up. And stop killing yourselves. Food is good, but not in the ocean. You can't throw your leftovers in the ocean. Oh, I almost had that word. It's going to come to me. Nah, not psychotics. No. Oh, no. Did somebody just say purview? Bardell, no. No purview in this. No. Oh, I'm going to stretch my uterus. Okay. Oh, I almost pulled my backslide off. So what if... So, what if it's this? Don't kick out the new person. Remember Renee! Oh, poor Renee. I miss her emojis. That sucks. It's a shame. We lost a good one. It's hard to keep them in. Won't happen again. Shouldn't have happened the first time. And that excuse you gave me, impossible. It takes 3 actions, I think, to delete somebody. You got to click on their name. You got to click on the thing that makes it open up. And then you got to click on it to put them in timeout. And then you got to click on how long you want to put. There's no way. No way. But I'm going to let it slide because that was yesterday. Today's today. All right, listen. I really think we are living in some sort of weird reality. How can this be a real world? Okay, all right, forget. All right, I can't speak because I have so many thoughts going through this small little minuscule mind. The world's crazy, like in a good way. There is paranormal stuff happening all the time. It shouldn't even be called paranormal anymore. It should be called normal. Because that's how much this stuff happens in our world. But people don't understand it, so they dismiss it. I didn't see that. I must have imagined it. How'd I get those scratches on me? I don't know. I probably backed into a wall. I did it myself when I was sleeping. But what about things that are happening to people while they're awake? You know? I've seen stuff. I used to be the biggest dick, and I still am. But I wouldn't believe anything. Now, I got to work at this because I got to look at somebody who's telling me the story. If I hear it without looking at them, I can't tell they're lying. It's not that hard, to do that when you're looking at them. But when you're hearing them, it's a whole new ball game. Anybody can tell a story and sound legitimate. Just look at Bob Lazar, Mr. Sociopath. That guy doesn't smile, doesn't cry, doesn't do anything normal. Yeah, I know you can close your eyes and picture him smiling, but that's in between storytelling time. And it's just a nervous thing he does. Well, there were 9 craft. Bullshit. Shillerama over there. But what if it's real? What if he is the shill but was giving us a real story and it's so obscene and so outlandish that nobody's going to believe it anyway? And then the government can say 50 years from now, look, remember Bob Lazar? He was telling you the truth. We tried, sliding you guys into this slowly, like hot bath water. I say that's the wrong thing to do, but, if disclosure is ever going to happen, you just can't drop the bomb without warming them up. You got to warn them. Let Nagasaki know that, what is that bomb? Little Boy? Big Joy? Tiny Tim? I know it was the Enola Gay that was dropping the bomb. I think it was Little Boy, right? Jimbo? Anyway, I'm not buying what To the Stars Academy is selling. But with that being said, Tom DeLonge has an interesting something happen. Let me pull it up. Are you kidding me? I will. This better be it. That's not it. I'm looking for it, and I'm not saying a word until I find it. I don't know what happened to the story. I had it right here. I just can't do this any longer. I even gave Renee full access. I don't know what it means, but I gave it to her. I gave her she's an approved user. To approve users, use the flag menu. All right, I'm going to take her out of there because I really don't know what that means. Some settings could not be saved. She's not blocked. She can come in. All right, I found the story. So, Tom DeLonge, while we're in the subject, TTSA says it's obtained, and you know about it, the exotic metals unknown to science. Yeah, I call bullshit. This is stuff we've already seen, by the way. These metals aren't new. So I don't know what they're going to show us. But here's the story, I can't I got to do it this way. I can't put it up on the TV, so just listen for once. It says it hasn't posted any proof yet, but the former Blink-182 Singers group says it is currently studying materials. This story just came out today. Studying materials to see if it came from an UFO. Former Blink-182 frontman and current ufologist Tom DeLonge says that his UFO research organization has acquired, quote-unquote, potentially exotic materials featuring properties not known from any existing military or commercial application. It has not yet provided any proof to back up his claim. Of course. Because all this stuff it's just a mixture of shit. And it was probably where bombs went off and certain metals got merged that were in the ground, like a penny. You know, maybe a car engine was out in the middle of nowhere and they dropped a bomb out there when they were doing tests. You know what I mean? Things that just wouldn't look normal got melted, melded, and molded into these metal materials. If you look at them, they look like they have layers, like sediments in the rocks. You know, like the Grand Canyon has different colors the further down you go from how, you know, when the water receded. For 70 years, the UFO community has been engaged in active debate regarding physical debris from unidentified flying objects. But the general public got a true taste of that in 2017 when the New York Times ran an article about a secret Pentagon UFO program. The article tantalizingly noted that aerospace billionaire Robert Bigelow, whose interest in UFOs is no secret, modified buildings to house metal alloys and other materials that allegedly had been recovered from unidentified aerial phenomena. By the way, UAP is unidentified aerial phenomena. That's if it's in the air. See why UAP can't work? How about we just go to UO, unidentified object? Can we just do that? Can we take the F and the U out and just go with unidentified objects? I don't want to hear about EBEs or the extraterrestrial vehicles, ETV. Okay, Greer. And his gay mouth. The structure and composition of these materials are not known from any existing... Did I just read this? Oh, any existing military or commercial application. Steve Justice, To the Stars Academy COO and former head of Advanced Systems at Lockheed Martin Skunk Works, said in a statement, they've been collected from sources with varying levels of chain of custody documentation. So we are focusing on verifiable facts and working to develop independent scientific proof of the materials' properties and attributes. In some cases, the manufacturing technology required to fabricate the material is only now becoming available. So they're saying that this material is not from the earth, and we're just now getting to the point where we can create these metals. Newsflash, you just told us the lie, you dick. So all of a sudden now we're just getting to the point where we could make these mystery metals? Yeah, 50 years ago they were making these mystery metals, you maggot. Justice said that the organization wants to reverse engineer the metals with hopes of manufacturing more of them. The press release related to these materials is incredibly vague. Little information is given regarding the physical characteristics of the materials, nor does it provide any data which even suggests the materials are truly groundbreaking, quote unquote. In the press release, Justice said that the materials have been collected from sources with varying levels, chain of custody documentation, so we are focused on... I know, we already said that. What am I, 9? You got to tell me all over again? I guess I am. So we are focusing on verifiable facts and working to develop independent scientific proof of materials' properties and attributes. Some of these materials were in possession of investigative journalist and UFO researcher Linda Moulton Howe, who, in 2004, gave a presentation at the XCon conference regarding these materials. See, these are the materials. I told you, this is nothing new. Well, why are we... Oh, I just saw something. Hold on. Oh, this is from Spaced Out Radio. Is that why? Oh, this is from Vice. Oh, and they were quoting from Dave Scott's... Dave Scott's article. Okay, here, let me continue on. In her lecture, a video of which has been on the internet for years, she suggests that the material could become a lifting body, with the right amount of electromagnetic static and certain RF frequency. Now she's a scientist. I love this woman. She's everything I want to be. She's every woman I need. 'Cause you're every woman in the world to me. You're my fantasy. You're my UAP. 'Cause you're every Linda in the world to me. I can't imagine you without being with me. Moulton Howe. Dee-doo-dee. These are undoubtedly the same materials mentioned by DeLonge on his Joe Rogan interview, where he stated if you hit it with enough terahertz, it'll float. How come this video isn't on the intranet? You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? I can do Richie from Boston. Seriously. In an interview with Motherboard, Dr. Chris Cogswell, is he a real doctor? Is he a doctor? Who hosts the Mad Scientist podcast and who holds a PhD in chemical engineering, explained that we need to be incredibly cautious before jumping to conclusions. He's at least skeptical. I like him. He expressed that layered magnesium and bismuth alloys are pretty common and are certainly easily explainable by science. Micrometer thick layers are made by mistake in metallurgy facilities all the time. The purification of lead by removing bismuth using magnesium is a perfectly reasonable explanation. Of course. He explained that if these materials are truly exotic, then initial results should come relatively quickly. The facilities to analyze these solids are readily available. If they have materials, we should be seeing progress because these tests would take all of a month to run and analyze to see if there is something worth pursuing. So what is the effing holdup? Any claims of actual evidence related to UFOs should be taken skeptically, of course, but To the Stars has in the past been the first to publish video of military pilots seeing UFOs, so its claims cannot be dismissed immediately out of hand. It's also worth noting that there are, of course, many materials scientists working on new alloys and composites all the time. Until some actual rigorous third-party scientific testing occurs or a peer-reviewed paper in an academic journal is published, the best course of action here is just to wait and see. I forgot to talk with my hands. I'm forgetting. That makes things more exciting when you talk with your hands. Believe me, I'm learning. I know these things. Stop it. Stop it. Kofefe. Kofefe. Interesting. So basically what I just told you, Tom DeLonge, To the Stars Academy, has done absolutely nothing with the metal material. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilch. Zero. Zach Bagans. Drink. Get it? God. This whole night. Don't forget, in an hour and 12 minutes, I'll be on the Spaced Out Radio roundtable with Dave and William Pullen, I believe, is coming on. Hold on, I am sweating bullets, and I don't even know why. I got to turn the fan on. I thought I did that already. I guess I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did turn the fan on me, but it's all the way across the room, so I wasn't feeling it. What are you going to do? I'm just an ass. So here we go again. Because he's been talking about these metals for 2 years. And it literally, let's say it took 6 months. We should have had an answer by now. It's all part of the Unidentified Season 2 series that's coming up next year. Well, actually, in January again. By the way, there's another UFO show. I forgot what it's called. So we have Alien Highway. That's out on Thursday nights with Chuck Zukowski and some girl. and his son. And then we have not unidentified. It is, I hate myself for forgetting. Anyway, there's 3 UFO shows on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. You got one on the Travel Channel, one on Discovery Channel, and another one on the Sigh Channel. And then Unidentified is on History. They covered all bases. They got a show for each channel. 3 are still on, and I kind of like them. I think they're better than Unidentified, I'll be honest with you. Unidentified was okay. It was just okay. It was just above Project Blue Book. Because they told us very little. They could have done all 6 episodes in one episode. With the amount of information they were providing on Unidentified. They could have. They just rehashed a year and a half worth of crap. Same stuff. I call it crap because there's really shitty evidence and stories. All we have is stories. We still haven't seen the radar. Right? I want to see the original radar. We're not going to see it. No. Supposedly, Cahill said they took them. They took the tapes. Yeah. Who? Bigelow? Maybe that was Bigelow's helicopter that landed on the Nimitz back in 2004. Sounds like it. Soon as they saw those UFOs, they called him or whoever was in that helicopter and said, "Get your ass down here. We're seeing this shit now." They got on the helicopter in 10 minutes and were gone. They have a helicopter on the ready. If you're going by the story they told, they got to their ship as the event just ended. Bigelow's had his hands in this the whole time. And if you think To the Stars Academy is a new group of guys, you got another thing coming. These are the same people that were hiding shit from us. And now we're supposed to believe them. I love this ufology. That's how stupid I have to be. I'm not going to speak for you. If you want to believe what they're saying and doing, good for you. Live in another dimension where there's sight and sound for you. It doesn't frickin' work for me, what they're doing. Because everything they're saying has led to what? To what? We're in the same shape we were in. Oh, that's right. Oh, my God, the poor little pilots. They're so strong-minded. Remember, they're millennials too, right? They have their beating little hearts in those F-18s. They're so scared they can't tell anybody about the UFOs they're seeing. Oh my God, now they can? Oh, glory be. Glory be. Oh, Michael. Oh, Michael. Oh, what's happening to my hands? Oh, no, no. They want you to believe the stories because they're, supposed credible people. Right? Pilot, credible. Yeah, right. Police, credible. Yeah, right. Fireman, saw a UFO, credible? You know it. You know it. I don't know why people think that just because they're trained observers. You know what they're trained to look for? Everything but UFOs. Well, Rich, they go through the same thing. They know how to look at something and figure it out. Shut off. Shut off. I believe it. I get it. Yes. They do have better skills than most people. But they're not credible. Screw you if you think that a cop is credible UFO, just a UFO observer because he's a trained observer. He's more credible. Maybe a little bit more, but he's not credible. He's still a dude. He's just wearing a costume. Running around, looking at lights in the sky. He doesn't know what the hell he's looking at. He's not trained for that. Astronauts. Did he get trained on observing? Credible. Credible. No, man. You know, To the Stars Academy, shady shit. Luis Elizondo, and I'm going to say it. I don't care. I've said it before and I'll say it again. He was trained to lie. Do you understand? He was trained to lie to the enemy. Don't you think he knows how to hide those body movements? When I see him talk, that's what I see. I see a guy doing everything he's supposed to do. Yeah, kept DeLonge shut up, right? Can't have DeLonge saying more than 3 words an episode. Because that guy, he's an open book. Yeah, it's a very crazy world we live in, man. And I understand, and that brings me back to my original point, was that we're living in a time where paranormal isn't so paranormal anymore. It's becoming the normal. You see, it really isn't, though. Shit. See, I just caught myself. And this is what snaps me back into reality. This is what snaps me back into reality. Because now you have a generation of kids who, pretty much fake it. They don't believe, or even if they do believe, they're not going to admit it. I think everything's worse because of the internet. I think things have gotten worse. I'm being shut off again. Hey, look, it's right after the top of the hour. I gotta get rid of this. I can't see anything. 30 seconds on YouTube. I'll be right back. I'm one to believe. I'll say it again. I'm one to believe that the UAP was thrown at us as a distraction. Now what? Now what? What good is it? Aerial phenomena? What if it's in the water? What if it's in space? You schmohos trying to throw that at us like we're supposed to believe. I knew there was something tricky with it. First of all, you can't explain UAP to the regular Joe. They're like, what's a UAP? They're trying to change UFO to UAP. Why? Well, because of all the bad shit that comes with saying UFO. Like what? Well, everybody thinks of faking UFOs and Roswell and fake aliens and fake autopsy. And, goofy people who drink a lot and smoke a lot of weed. That goes with UFO. You know what goes with UAP? No. Exactly. Nobody does. Nothing goes with UAP. Because it doesn't make sense. Shit, what? Well, what is UAP? It's an unidentified aerial phenomena. What do they mean aerial? It's in the sky. Well, isn't a UFO flying? Yeah. Yeah. So why don't they just stay with that? Because it's not always a ship. It could be a light in the sky. Okay. So if it's still in the sky, ain't it floating, flying? Kind of. Sometimes they just appear in the sky and then they disappear, but they haven't moved. Oh, yeah? So why don't they just call it a UFO that didn't move? You're asking me. I'm trying to explain UAP to you, and you're asking me? What do I know? They should just stick with UFO, man. I know. And that's stupid. I know. Well, why would they change it? It don't make no sense. What if you go in the water or in the tunnel or underground? It ain't no aerial. I know. That's why I think it's part of, look here while we do this over there. There's something. Now, after last night, and I want to thank Third Phase of Moon for coming in and explaining their video to us last night, because I was kind of giving them a hard time about saying they were doing a live interview and it didn't look like it was live. And then when he explained it to me, it made sense. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. And okay, fine. But They were talking about a flash of light, a meteor or asteroid that flew over Hawaii and burst into a big bright ball of light. And there was another object that came within 75,000 kilometers of Earth. That's a third of the way to the moon. That's how close it was to Earth. I don't remember anything being that close in my lifetime. But I was telling them, here's what I think might be happening. If the aliens are real, the UFOs are real, which I think they are, then I believe there's an intelligent thing operating them. And I don't think it's a human thing. We may need their help. So maybe if disclosure is going to happen, it's going to happen to save the planet. Now, if you believe that, Jesus H. I mean, really. What else? Why else? It doesn't make any sense to give all this information out in 18 months, plus the TV show, now 3 new shows, 4 new shows this year, and the year is only half over. Just over halfway. Why? What is happening? Is it really the Werner von Braun tombstone story? That we are about to have a false flag alien invasion? No. I think they're going to change the script. Now, the weird thing about this rush to Area 51, I don't know if it's weird, but I just thought of it. They're supposed to go on September 20th, which is 9 days away from September 11th anniversary, 9/11, right? 9 days away. 9/11, I don't know, seems awfully planned out to me. What would happen if these people rushed all? Would they shoot them? That's what I think they think isn't going to happen. They don't think they're going to get shot. I think you take a couple out, prove a point. Maybe with rubber bullets, right? It's a long sprint. They ain't going to make it. Look, they have it's like going across the land to Area 51. The whole perimeter is filled with little traps. Microphones, fake saguaro cactus that are microphones with cameras hidden in them. They've got sensors all around on the ground. Vibrations are picked up if they go over, what a rabbit or a deer or a desert fox could do. They've got, like in Vietnam, little holes in the ground that are tunnel system. And then they come up and they go, and they go back under the ground. Saguaro cactus, close it. They hear footsteps, open up that lid. It'll be like this. Hey! Choo 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 choo. I forgot I had that guy. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. They're going to have to kill a handful. I say they kill 12. Yeah. No. Who thinks that EST is an abbreviation for Eastern? I know somebody who does. I'm not going to mention any names. Eastern Standard Time, you wet. That's why they have PST. You think that's for Peastern? No. Pacific Standard Time. I was just reading the chat room and the monkey went a little nuts thinking he's smarter than everybody else. This is Finn, the third face of Moon. I actually bought this and I also have, check this out. I was going to give it away. Look at this. How can you have Finn if you don't have Ray? But watch, it's magic. There's Ray. Hey, what kind of show we going to do? Ray, you want to do a nice show? Happy show set. Oh my God. My Cortana just came up and it said, try showtimes for movies at Regal Meriden, because I said Ray. Unbelievable, this effing computer. Look.
What you talking about, Willis?
Ah. Ah. That's right. Anyway, I don't know what to say. There's a lot of things that in this world that don't make sense. Okay? And now for me, a couple of years ago, if I go back, let's go back 5 years, I was still thinking impossible. That's not real. It's being faked, until something moved in front of me. And someday I'll tell you the Angus story and the story of when my parents came over a week after Angus passed away, and the strangeness that happened to my dad. Angus loved my dad. Anyway, I still can't talk about that stuff. A little too touchy, so let's move on. So what I keep saying tonight is we may need to change paranormal to normal or something else. Maybe we'll just keep it paranormal, but you and I know when we say, I swear to, that's it. I can't do this fucking shit anymore. Froze up again. Fucking sick of it. I'll be right back in 30 seconds for the chat room. This is the last time. After this, I'm done. Seriously. I got 3 more hours to go on the round table. You think I want to keep having this problem? Can't beat this. I got to do something with the cable, with the internet. I've got to get it done right away. Look, we're almost done. I'm at the point now that I'm going to get the business internet, so I have a dedicated server. Yes, it's like 60% more money, but I get a guaranteed stream. This won't happen anymore. I'm not going to quit. It hasn't dropped out. Is he watching the same show? It's dropping out for me, Rubberneck. I can't see shit. What do you think? I keep resetting the stream. It's dropping out. Yeah, you guys are a little luckier tonight than normal, if you want to call it that. Because now we went from like what? 80 people and we only got 13 now. 13. I got to get my anger out. Look, I've only got a half an hour left because I'm cutting it off 30 minutes soon. Because I got to prepare for the SOR. I want to put ice on my throat. I got to take a pill. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it right up to the... I don't know. Thank God Dave has commercials. He's got 18 minutes of commercials every hour. That'll get me through. Plus, I don't have to talk the whole time. Look at me. I went to put something in. I don't even know what I'm doing. Anyway, here's something that will probably get me taken off the internet. Here you go. Why don't you watch this? I'm going to get something over here. I'll be right back.
We're dealing with the biggest story of the millennium, visits to planet Earth by alien spacecraft, successful cover-up of the best data, bodies and wreckage, for 58 years.
The bottom line is I don't believe the claim
Crypt
of the Air Force
Keeper
that all sightings can be explained.
This is the biggest secret in the history,
the Gatekeeper,
particularly in the history of modern government.
We are being engaged as a planet and as a species.
The misnomer.
The Canadian government is how I
The young boy!
The U.S. government was covering up their
Moulton.
collection of UFO sightings and records.
America and Britain have
The
made it
man
very
who's
clear
disappeared
to a lot
from the face of
countries
the
who have
planet.
The same sort of sightings and the same resources, that this is something that they better not let out. Not until we say it's okay.
If we would get off of this
The Basset Hound!
scientific ego trip, we would not become the virus of the universe that we are. Nobody really wants us out there.
That's the stupidest freaking thing I've ever heard. Nobody really wants us out there. And you've talked to them? Did you? Paula Harris, that's who that was. Did you talk to the aliens, sweetheart? Right? Come on, man. Get some evidence. Come back with an interview. Tell me you spoke to aliens and prove it. I'll believe it.
On oil.
Better yet, talk to me. I've been your biggest advocate. I used to sit out in the fields for hours, days, weeks, 3 years of my life waiting for an alien to come take me. Nothing. Not even a whisper. Nothing. Everything happened in a freaking dream. Oh, how do you know it was a dream? Because it was. Because if it was real, I could bring him on the show. What about Zitch? Oh, come on. Nothing's real. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Everybody just has the same dream because that's the way our minds are made up. I don't know why. Because maybe the aliens are gods.
Could be ended overnight.
We're being slowly conditioned to understand.
I mean, come on, Jim. Really? And that's velvet, by the way.
That there is life outside this planet and that we probably live in a universe and a galaxy teeming with life.
I had my own UFO sighting and said, well, case closed, there's nothing.
That guy never had a sighting in his life.
Like seeing one for
that has got to be the worst jacket-tie combination I've seen ever.
yourself too.
I think he's got shoulder pads in here. Look at this. These are shoulder pads. This is 1986. Ow.
I'm absolutely sure that
Oh, I thought it was an alien.
We invite you now to come with us upon a great journey.
Calm down. Hey, Richie, would ya? I already did.
Most importantly, be introduced to the actual individuals who have volunteered to come forward to speak the truth.
Of thousands of people. Mexico, the Mexico flap. Hundreds of objects.
Remember that? Remember the UFO fleets? They called them flaps. Well, a flap is a duration of time that the UFOs hung around, I guess. I just don't like flap. It reminds me of, like, I don't know, a kangaroo. A kangaroo! Sure, why not?
It's appearing alone and in clusters appear throughout Mexico, observed by tens of thousands of people.
I don't see it. Uh-oh, what is this? What is this? What is this?
Flying saucers are real.
Wow.
On the Black Vault, you can download documents that prove that the United
I'm going to start calling John Wald the Big Dipper.
States Air Force.
The North Star? No, the Big Dipper.
Have been breached by UFOs. They're air restricted.
Look how much thinner he was.
The missile silos have mysteriously been shut
I went
down.
the opposite way. Wait until you see how fat I am. Here, let me pull me up. Look at the fatness on me. I think I was 40 pounds heavier. Oh, God. They didn't even use the good stuff. They had me talking about something. They had me talk about my website. CNUFOs.com was getting huge. That's why I was on this. I was the only real Skywatcher they had on this movie, Fast Walkers. And they came over and they're like, okay, you know, we really want to talk about what happened to your website and what's happening to your website. And I told them, I'm seeing my videos and my website being passed around, and like it would say the Russian Federation. And then you would see the IP addresses, the last three numbers, like 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, right? And to me, it's like they were passing it around. Look, they put me right after Greer. Look how fat I am. All right? I want you to get an idea of the difference. Okay? Right, I'll do what I'm doing on the video. Oh no, I don't even do that. I go. Okay, now here I come.
Well, you can't do that with a conventional system. You have to correct for gravity and mass inertia. That's what these things are doing. So these have been tracked on dedicated and classified radar systems. Occasionally, people who are on an ordinary system...
Wait a second. Oh, look where I paused it. Wow, Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity. These are... Do you know whose teeth these are? Take a good look. You know who you're looking at, don't you? This is not Dr. Greer. Do you know who this is? Stephen freaking Hawking. Stephen Greer. Stephen Hawking. Look at the bottom teeth coming up. It looks like that cartoon. Oh my God. Look at the defect. He's not human. Greer is, look, what's the 3 lines for? Is this like opening a can? Like a bottle? His head is a bottle. Like a bottle cap. Look, there's ridges to get grip. Look at the teeth. Oh my God. I'm really freaking thinking I'm scared right now. You think I'm joking? You know me. I never talk bad about anybody. Okay, here's me. Oh, wait. No, I didn't want to do that. Wait. We'll have to do that some night. All right, so here's me. And here I come over here. Watch how fat. Get off of that. Go to the right one. Oh, God.
System will pick them up.
Today, the internet is literally alive with websites that are filled with detailed reports, many of which include convincing videos and pictures of unknown crafts and alien-like creatures.
I live in Phoenix, Arizona.
Holy shit, Zach! Wow! Wow! Look at how fat I am. And how come nobody ever made fun of me? What is wrong with people? You make fun of Richie. Man, I was juiced. I was jacked. That's an off-season 230 pounds of pure hate. Man, that is weird looking back. For 15 years? God almighty.
Sky watcher, UFO hunter. I have a website called
Why does my voice sound weird? Why does it sound weird?
UFOs.com. I had an interest in UFOs my whole life.
I'm sorry. Look at how fat. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh, I'll take me now. Then what was my wife looking at? This has got to be fake. I never looked that fat, ever. This is a blow-up.
But officially,
I don't talk like that. I never sounded like that. Something's wrong. I think somebody compressed this video. Look at the chins. I've got more chins than a Chinese phone book. See, that's how you tell the joke. All right, that's how the joke works. It's a joke. Oh my God. Wow. I don't know what to say.
I got started on April 15th of 2004.
And my teeth.
Walked
my
dog
teeth
in the
are
middle of the
fucked up.
night, looked up in the sky and saw some strange lights. I've got over 200 UFO videos.
Oh, this is the volume has been messed with, man. The speed, the compression, it's all wrong. That's not what I never had a voice like that.
Video clips on my website. I'm more interested in the day footage. Now, the day footage is completely different because that's harder to dismiss. You know,
look
so
at all those
every
chins.
other month, it seems like I'm
They tell me, they go, hey, Rich, can you do us a favor? Take your camera, the one you use all the time, and show us how you sky watch. I go, what do you mean? You want me to just point it at the sky? Yeah, you know, kind of like you're looking for UFOs. I'm always looking for UFOs. Attaboy, Rich. In 3, 2, do you want me to face this way or this? No, Rich, no. Just face towards this. We want to get the sun behind you. you know, and to the left. Back and to the left. Back and to the back and to the back. No. Oh, I just pulled a Neo right there. I think I hurt my neck strain. I can't believe how fat I was.
Something. And I go out every
And
day.
I go out and
pretty
I-
much 6 days a week.
6 days a
couple
week.
hours a day. You know, you add all those hours up, and that's a lot of time just to catch one thing for 20 seconds. But that's more than most people see in a lifetime, so I think that's better than nothing.
Well, I'm involved in the...
Wow. I can't breathe. That was hard to look at. Oh, I hurt my neck pulling a Neo. Oh, God. I think I was 35 again. I was 35 in that movie. 36. Ow. I pulled my neck ache. Oh, that's what I get for making fun of people. But it's me. I'm making fun of me. There's nothing wrong with me. Ow! Ah! Ah, my ear. Oh, Kofefi. I got Kofefied. Shit. Falling apart. Those glasses off for a second. Yeah, it's too bright in here. Were these lights always on? Ow! What is going on? God. These new glasses were wedged in between my ear and the headset for an hour and 30 minutes. Now I've got a schlumschlot on my ear. All right. Put these back on. Oh, I love these. They slide on just like a glove. A glove. All right. All right, let's finish up the show with a little bit of shim-shamming. So let's see what's going on in the world, all right? So let's see if there's anything, you know, I swear that I have to. Can I chop a finger off? I got to do something, man. Can I chop the tip off of my pinky? The internet, I don't like it. It should pull the stuff up immediately. Why does it do it some days and not the others? Why is it when I put in the first 2 or 3 letters, it fills out the rest for me? But it doesn't now because I'm doing the show. I give up. What are we doing? These are all crooked. Maybe the other Rich was abducted. Well, you got a point. I can't do this. No. Hold on. Hold on. I can't. I'm getting... It's so frustrating. Your mother's got 6 strands of hair, all on her back. I typed in the whole thing, and it didn't pull it up. YouTube is making it difficult to find people's channels. It's proven it right now. It's been going on for months. It's getting to be a little disgusting. What is this? The moon is... Oh my God. I'm going to turn it on. I don't know what this is. Hey, gush. See? I did it. It didn't come up.
Hello and welcome again. My name is Simon Dan and I am back for another response video. This time I'm taking on a guy who has an issue with the moon. His name is Richie from Boston.
Yeah! Oh, look, hey, this guy's going after Richie from Boston! This is unbelievable. There's a guy doing what I'm doing. We should, me and he and me and him should get together and do a Richie Bass show. What if this guy's name is Richie also? No, not Richie also, Richie 2. No, not Richie 2, Richie as well. Never mind.
Classic one from the Flat Earthers. They've got a solid belief that the moon is nowhere near as big as it is and nowhere near as far away. Richie?
What?
The floor is yours.
Oh, it's Richie from
Yes,
Boston.
indeed. I'm going after the moon again. I'm going to show you.
Oh, wait a second. Does he have Richie on his show? I thought he was doing a bash of Richie. Now I'm confused. Third phase, you're going to have to ask Pat what happened to Renee. No longer friends on my Facebook, unsubbed my channel, and Lord knows, 1 for me is like 1,000 for you, so you know how much that hurts. Imagine losing 1,000 subscribers overnight. And a Facebook friend. And.
Show you some footage that I took at 6 o'clock a.m. this morning, East Coast, with a Nikon P900.
The Nikon!
This is the snow moon that they spoke so much about.
The snow moon!
I am pointing directly northwest. The sun has yet to come up. The sun's still not going to come up for another 56 minutes.
No shit.
And the moon is about to set. Okay, so bear that in mind.
Bear this in mind. Don't forget that Richie from Boston doesn't understand the perspective of how the planets and the moons work. He actually thinks the moon is over the Boston Harbor. I mean, that's the thought process. He's not going to say it, but that's the problem. He doesn't understand how big the Earth is. Anyway, check it out.
I muted this because I sound like a...
First grader? Second grader?
I sound like a creepy schoolyard creeper breathing. The camera really picks up.
Well,
the
you
audio.
are. Hey, Will, that reminds me of Renee.
Hear that breathing? Yeah.
Yeah,
like
you.
One of those Pizzagate guys.
You sound like you're spanking it.
Okay, so my point is, look how well I can zoom in on this moon.
What, did he give a point? I didn't hear a point. Was there any point being made? All he said is I'm gonna turn the volume off because I sound like some creepy schoolyard guy. I don't know why he just doesn't say I sound like a pedophile. He is scary.
Okay, I'm not talking about the, how well I'm focusing in on it or anything like that.
No.
I'm just saying, why can I zoom in on the moon that's 200,000+ miles away, and I can only zoom in on the Prudential building that's less than 3 miles away, only so much? Do you see what I'm saying? Something is really, really wrong here.
Indeed it is, but I'm afraid to say it's your sense of reality. The moon has a diameter of 3,474 kilometers. The Prudential building in Boston is 228 meters tall. That is a significant difference. In fact, it's 0.0065% smaller. So no wonder you have trouble with the Prudential building.
But the other thing I want to talk about is the sun has yet to come up. The sun is coming up in the direct opposite direction. This is where the sun sets. So the sunrise is 180 degrees behind us, and the sun isn't up yet. What is illuminating the moon?
The sun?
That's a real question. I've studied this for my entire life, and in the last couple of years, I started to notice that things were not adding up any longer. What is lighting up this moon? The sun is not up yet. Theoretically speaking, and using NASA's own terminology, the Earth is between the sun and the moon right now. How is the moon setting but fully illuminated?
Okay, you are thinking in a two-dimensional way. Please observe. You see, because of the distance that the moon is from the Earth, it can still be illuminated while some of the Earth is in darkness. Look at this small model. The small mock-up moon is illuminated, but the surface directly below it is dark. As you can see, it's entirely possible.
Now listen to Robert Pisano right now explain the actual distance away a lot better than I can.
Hey people, what's up? This is Robert Bassano. Planete Veritas. Don't forget, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. This is going to be a short video. And I'm going to prove something to everyone.
Okay, don't let me down now. I'm waiting for this proof.
Okay?
Watch.
And the proof is this. I can prove in this video the moon is not 258,000.
Yeah, we almost lost power. Remember, if I get blown out again, we're done.
I'll say it again. I can prove the moon, our moon, is not 258.
Yeah, he's going to show us the bad pixelations. Yeah.
Okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Now, if you're looking at this particular photo,
Thank you, God of Thunder.
I obtained this photo directly from NASA's website. It is allegedly a photograph taken
Whoever
from NASA of the Earth. You can't even see all the Earth.
Look how long it takes this guy to get to the crescendo.
From the surface of the Earth.
He still hasn't
Can't
shown us.
recognize any land masses. Okay? That's NASA. Now, this is a photo taken.
Oh my God, this is... I just killed the entire momentum I had going into this. I killed everything. Even I can see that. I did. Demonic entities are already here. All right. All right. This we gotta love. Hey everybody, it's Bitch from Boston. Oh, I'm so cool. He doesn't even know how to vape. Where's the vape, you dummy? This guy is remember he was blowing into it like a cigar. He was treating the vape machine like a cigar that one show. Watch. Idiot.
What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 26th. It's July. It's 29.
You know, I'm really embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Because I'm the same exact age as this guy. And I vaped on the show earlier tonight. But at least you saw smoke come out of me. It looks like the video got screwed up.
19, and we were...
Right? Right at the best part. Show earlier tonight, but at least you saw smoke come out of me. It looks like the video got screwed up. No, everything looks good.
We've already got 66 people in the chat. Let me mute that. And that number just changed exponentially. Nez Lover, Brian Stavely, can you guys hear me? Everybody remembers this, right? Notre Dame, the cathedral on fire. The entire thing doesn't make any sense whatsoever at all. But it burned down. But long story short, Notre Dame on fire the way it was and what it looked like from the sky. If you look down with a drone or, whatever it is they use to get satellite-looking photos, if you look down at Notre Dame, it was a giant cross burning. It was just one of the many rituals that they do. It's what these guys do. We come to expect it. It's no big deal. This was the latest thing.
The video froze up.
Else.
The video's frozen. You can just hear it. All right, guys, we got 20 minutes left. I got to reset the stream. Stay in the chat room. Don't go anywhere. 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Nowhere mean on the corner stream. On the corner stream. We got KONRBONRRICH from Boston. Hey, guys doing? You guys all right over there? Time to finish up the show. We're going to go strong now. I'm going to finish up here with Dick from Boston. Here we go, kids. Sing along to this shithead.
You guys remember this? the deepest, longest tunnel in the Alps that's right next to CERN?
Yeah, she used to be my ex-wife. But now that tunnel's been reopened on the other way.
And this was what they presented us as a, like, Stavely, you can understand what I'm saying, right? Boston, the Big Dig. I don't recall them doing anything like this because they built a big tunnel. Because nobody does anything like this. Angela Merkel,
Nobody does anything like this because it isn't real, dillhole. It's a movie, Flapjack. Ugh. Imagine seeing him and his big old round nipples.
all the top Illuminati presidents, prime ministers, and everything else flew in to attend this. These guys basically probably dug a doorway into the side of the pit,
right, Dave.
Or into one of the places where the fallen are, etc.
Etc.
And me saying that isn't me stretching the truth. The story that they told right here is basically what it says. They released everyone. They're showing the three spirits rising out of the pit. And they took the presidency away from Al Gore. They handed it to George W. Bush. They kept him playing golf and doing stupid things and signing NASCAR things until 9/11, when he was reading My Pet Goat upside down while children were chanting "Plane must hit steel." That happened. Taking down those two towers was Jacqueline and Boaz. They took them down and they put one up in its place. Do you see what I mean? They combined the two. And then they shot a missile into the Pentagon, and set that on fire. And then they killed a bunch of people. What's...
They shot a pentagram and they shot a rocket into the pentagrams. And they killed a bunch of people. That's 9/11 in a nutshell. I'm Richie from Boston.
It's better than that. And then we went after Afghanistan, where they secured lithium,
Poppy,
and they secured heroin. And then they completely flooded the United States with heroin. But before they did that, they prepped everybody with their friends over at Big Pharma, and they flooded the place with OxyContin, stringing people out like research monkeys on OxyContin. And then they went to...
Wait, Big Pharma? Big Pharma.
And they shot a missile into the Pentagon, and set that on fire. And then they killed a bunch of people. What's better than that? And then we went after Afghanistan, where they secured lithium, and they secured heroin. And then they completely flooded the United States with heroin. But before they did that, they prepped everybody with their friends over at Big Pharma, and friends over at Big Pharma, friends over at Big Pharma, and friends over at Big Pharma, and friends over at Big Pharma, friends over at Big Pharma. Let's put special on oxy, friends over at Big Pharma, and friends over at OxyContin.
Sea caucus?
And they flooded the place with OxyContin, stringing people out like research monkeys on OxyContin. And then they went to Afghanistan, opened up the poppy field.
Research chimps like Chimp Kofefi on heroin. Ooh. Hey man, you got some 311? Hey man, what kind of shit is this? I'm Chimp Kofefi, man. Hey man, I'm Chimp fucking Kofefi. Hey, look at me, huh? I'm Chimp Kofefi. Hey, look at me. I'm Chimp Kofefi. Hey, look at me. You give it. Hey, woo, woo. I wish you saw that. Oh, man ass.
Fields put special forces all the way around it and flooded the country. Everybody does heroin. You see what I'm saying?
I can't stand the way he is. God, I fucking hate him. Did you see what he did? I'm going to show you. I hate when people body talk. He did this. He did this. And they flooded. And they flooded him. And they gave the poppy seeds. Oh my God, check this shit out. I mean, I fucking hate that. Hey, I gotta say one thing. If he and UFO Jesus got together, who would win the conversation fight? Hands or fit or body? Look at him. Watch it how it gets into it. It makes me so angry.
Then
see,
we went after Afghanistan. Must hit steel. That happened. Taking down those two towers was Jackeen and Boaz. They took them down and they put one up in its place. Do you see what I mean? They combined the two. And then they shot a missile into the Pentagon, and set that on fire. And then they killed a bunch of people. What's better than that? And then we went after Afghanistan, where they secured lithium and they secured heroin. And then they completely flooded the United States with heroin. But before they did that, they prepped everybody with their friends over at Big Pharma, and they flooded the place with OxyContin, stringing people out like research monkeys on OxyContin. And then they went to Afghanistan, opened up the poppy fields, put special forces all the way around it, and flooded the country. Everybody does heroin. You see what I'm saying? 9/11 was a multifaceted, unbelievable.
Everybody does heroin. We're going to end the show on that. Unfreaking believable. Well, yeah, it was a tough show for me tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I think we had a few good minutes in there somewhere. But I want to thank everybody who showed up for the little time we did. Maybe I'll do a show tomorrow. I don't know. I need a break, man. I may make a video just for the hell of it. What? Yeah, I said it. The hell of it. No, you said halibut. No, I said halibut. See, you couldn't even lie right. Because I didn't lie. Asshole face. I thought you was one of the few people that don't lie. All right. I lied. You got me. Yeah. Goof on Radio saying good night, everybody. Keep your eyes and ears open to goofon.net, goofon.org. You can donate at goofon.org and visit the sites, the org, the net. Join me up on Twitter and Facebook under Goof On Network. And don't forget, streaming live on kingdomofnightradio.com on Spaced Out Radio right after we get out of here. At 6 after the hour, it's the round table for 3 hours with Dave Scott, William Pullen, and maybe a few more people. Rich Giordano, see you later. Have a great one. God bless America.